All right, we're out with Rufus. This is our second walk of the day. We just had some playtime. It took him a little while after that first walk, and we put him on the bed. It took him about an hour to really settle in and just kind of lay down and rest and just fully relax into the bed. And he had some reflection, and he went back out for some playtime. This time we did a social playtime with some other dogs, and they said he did well. Now we're back out on our walk again. So again, it's playtime, training walk, bed, reflect. So we're in that training walk mode. Okay, and even though we're just sitting here down the side of the road, there's cars happening, there's lots of energy going on around us, and I just want him to be able to sit calm, cool, and collected as we relax here as we wait to go on. Okay, now we're gonna start walking. Again, we're looking for that nice loose leash for him to be right here, his head at my side. And anytime he adds pressure to that leash or that leash goes straight, okay? It's something you can feel or something you can see, either one of those, and that's what we're looking for, is for that softness or that no pressure feeling here. We're just walking past the neighbor's house. They've got all the cows. Okay, something a little different, something exciting. You can see he was starting to pull there, so I gave the little flick. Okay, he's starting to pull again, so I'm going to do a direction change. Okay, I'm going to say, oh, well, you can't handle being that close, so let's just change what we're doing. So instead of paying attention to the cows, okay, you can pay attention to me and where we're going. So there I kind of combined the flick because he was pulling as I was turning. Flick. That's a little better. We're able to walk in a straight line again without him pulling. Little flick. There, see how he's watching. A little better there. That's what we're looking for. So we're just walking alongside. We got all of our cows here. There's a little bit ahead. And again, I'm looking for that. This is the view from the top. There's tension, little flick. Tension, little flick. Tension, little flick. Tension. So that flick's not getting his attention good enough. So direction change, direction change, direction change, flick. Again, I'm wanting him to really focus on where he is in relationship to me, not everything else around him. We want to create this space right here as his happy space. We want this to be the most comfortable place in the world for him to be. And anytime he's outside of this space, then he's going to be less comfortable. Okay? So that way when he ever is uncomfortable, okay, he's going to look for that space. Like, oh, I know I can be happy right here next to you. So that's where I'm going to look for. That's where I'm going to go. There we go. And that's what we're trying to create. We're kind of just trying to create that happy place right here at our side for him. Because and we're also working on the impulse control, right? Not going over to the cows, not responding to his environment, not reacting to everything that we come across, okay? Because if he can't handle being calm and relaxed and comfortable here, when we're giving him, we call it 6 inches of freedom, okay? Because that's about how much is between my hand and that little buckle on his leash. Okay, if he can't handle being calm, cool, and collected with 6 inches of freedom, okay, what happens when I put him out on the end of a 3-foot leash? Is he going to be able to stay calm, cool, and collected then? I don't think so. Okay? If we just turn him loose, is he going to say, the world is yours? Can you stay calm, cool, and collected with no boundaries? Right? Probably not. Okay, so we're trying to teach him that, look, if this is a happy space, if you can learn to stay calm and relaxed and focused in this much space, then you'll get a little bit more space and a little bit more space. And if you ever lose that, it will come back to where we know you can handle it, and we'll work on that some longer, and then we'll add a little bit more. Okay, so first we got to build this foundation of, okay, being calm, happy, calm, cool, and collected, focused on us, right here at our side as we go along. Right there, he's starting to really settle in, focusing on me, which is awesome. Right. And again, these walks aren't long, but they're quality walks. I'm really focusing on no pressure on that leash. Okay, so that he's learning, like, okay, that's what they expect of me. Okay, I need to really pay attention. I need to not pull on that leash. I really need to help them or live up to that expectation, right? I need to help them by doing no pressure. And it's helping him, really. It makes me more comfortable for the dog. But Rufus is most comfortable when we're on this loose leash. So that's what we're looking for. Walk through some grass. Just changing it up a little bit. There, he's starting to pull ahead. Roll back. Little flick there again. Little flick. Little flick. Just pulling ahead again. So new smells, right? Different energy levels. Okay, all these things affect his ability to stay focused, right? His ability to control those impulses. Oh, I gotta smell everything. I gotta look at everything. Okay, there's a time and a place for smelling and looking, but we don't pull to get there. We don't whine to get there. We don't bark to get there. Okay, when we're being good and I'm ready for him to take that break, then I will let him have that break. All right. So as we're coming home, again, he's a gentleman. He should treat us like he's a gentleman, right? Where he's not going to barge through doorways first. Anytime there's an entryway or a doorway or a passage, we want him, look how good that was. We want him to be able to sit calm and relaxed on the outside of the door. And we want him to be calm and relaxed. See how he's kind of barging in there a little bit? We want him to be calm and relaxed on the outside of the door. I'm just going to open this door a couple times. Start with bed. And then I'm going to come through first because he's a gentleman, so he's going to let me go through first. He's going to wait his turn. I'm going to give him that physical pull. And then we're going to come inside. And he's going to go back to that nice, calm, relaxed mindset. Oh, I'm going to move him a little bit so I don't shut his tail in the door. There we go. So we're calm and relaxed on the outside, calm and relaxed on the inside. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to greet. Oh, look, it's the neighbor. Okay, we're just greeting.
Hello, how's it going?
Okay, we can sit, we can talk, we can visit. Okay.
It's good to see you.
And he can be just here in his happy place at our side. Notice how he's a little bit wiggly. Again, we changed the environment, right? We're not outside, we're inside. Okay, different. I don't want him scratching, so I just gave that little flick. And we're just wanting him to be calm and relaxed. No, I don't want him scratching, so I'm going to give him that little flick. And again, I could sit here and talk to my wife or the kids or whatever the case might be, order lunch. Okay, and Rufus's job is just to sit here and relax. Okay, that's all we're expecting of him, is just to sit, relax, sit, and be calm. Okay, and physically he's becoming more relaxed by sitting in that position, and so then mentally he's also getting more relaxed as well. Okay, he laid down there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, laying down is an even more relaxed state. Now, I don't want him to scratch on that nose piece, so I'm just going to kind of bump him with my toes there. But he's okay to lay down. That would be fine. That's showing him being more relaxed. Okay, which is awesome. So if he's physically capable of laying down into a laying position, that means mentally he's in a better, more relaxed state of mind as well, which is great. Right, so we're all done sitting and relaxing for a minute, all done talking to the neighbor, whatever the case might be. Now as we come into the home, we're going to go onto the bed, right? So I'm not done with him here yet. He's like, oh, I'm going to go get a drink and do these other things. And so now I'm just going to take his leash off. his nose. Give him a good rub down. There we go. Oh, he likes it. He says, oh, that's good. We trimmed his nails while we were out on his walk. Okay, well, before we went on the walk, actually. So he's got nice trimmed nails. Okay, and that's a whole new process, right? So part of this on the bed is being able to love on him and get in his space, right? So I should be able to come back here. And again, I'm going to play with his toes. Okay, this helps me. This helps the toe trimmer. This helps the vet. Whatever the case might be, right? I should be able to grab both sets of these feet. Okay, and rub on there. I should be able to grab this other front foot. Oh, careful, careful. I know, you're okay. Okay, play with that foot. Okay, I should be able to say, oh, just lay down for a second. Okay, pick on this foot. There we go. Okay, rub his belly. Okay, pull on his tail, check his tail for burrs or stickers or anything. Okay, check his ears. Okay, I want to be able to check and rub and look and just kind of give him an overall evaluation. Okay, one, that's great for him, right? He loves the attention. He loves being petted on, loves being rubbed on here, and just loves that affection here as we take this few minutes, okay? Now that we're all done giving him some of that affection, okay, he's gonna stay here on the bed. I'm gonna do some of those half circles. Okay, shh. He got up. I'm going to, sorry about the video, correct here. There, he put his bum down, and I'm gonna move on. All right, so we're just gonna go right back to that bed training. So I timed this to where I'm ready for lunch. So I'm coming in, I'm gonna be here in the room, I'm gonna make my lunch, I'm gonna eat my lunch, okay? Read the mail, whatever, do the laundry, okay? So I timed this like, okay, I had a few minutes, I could go out for a quick walk. I'm back inside, I have to catch up on my house chores, the dishes, the laundry, whatever that might be. Okay, he stood up to get a drink of water, that's okay. So, and again, we're fitting this into our lifestyle, right? We're not having to change our whole lives or add in tons of extra time for training. We're finding out, all right, I'm gonna be in the house at lunchtime eating, then he can be on this bed. So I need to take him for a quick walk before that, or he was outside playing, or let me go out and give him a potty break on the leash, and then we'll do the leash training, and then we'll be back inside. Okay, he's done drinking, so again, we're gonna give that distance pressure. As soon as he puts the bum down, we're gonna walk away. So we're back here in the house for a little bit. We're gonna practice these inside bed manners. Okay, he's controlling the impulse control on the bed. Again, we want him to make mistakes. We want him to get off, only for the purpose of helping him learn it's not as much fun being off as it is being on. Okay, we're gonna give that little bit of distance pressure so that he learns this is my happy place. This is where I wanna be. Okay, and I just wanna be relaxed here. That way it doesn't matter if the neighbors come over or there's a party in the house. Whatever happens in the house, he knows. Fireworks are going on for the 4th of July. Okay, he knows I can just sit here on this bed and I can be totally calm, totally happy. It doesn't matter what else happens, and that's what we're hoping for. Okay, so again, this is all we do. So while I make my lunch, I just keep a close eye on him. When he stands up, I come over and stand in front of his face, apply that distance pressure, and then when he puts his bum down, I walk away. So we're gonna play the game here for a little bit. Hopefully he starts to figure this out, and it doesn't take as many tries, and they're slowly gonna get better and better the more we practice. So it doesn't matter if it's 1 time or 100 times, if you can be consistent and stick with it. And this is a good question that we always have, right? Well, I put him on there 100 times and I just couldn't do it anymore, right? So if I put him on there 100 times and now I didn't get to eat breakfast and I have to go back to work, or I have to go get the kids or whatever, and I don't have time to sit here anymore, okay? I'm gonna have him put his bum down, okay? And then for those 10 seconds that he can last, or however long he's lasting, and I can't take it anymore, before I lose it and say this training doesn't work, I'm gonna throw it all out the window, okay, I'm gonna go grab him at this point and I'm gonna put him away into reflection because I can't take it anymore. So I found a little bit of a good spot, okay, now I lost it, now I've gotta try again, okay, but if I can't handle it anymore and I don't have the time to sit here anymore, if I can get 2 seconds of good, 3 seconds of good, he's sitting there, he's not whining, okay, he's giving me some sort of effort, I'm going to take that, I'm going to put him away so that I can not go insane myself, right? So We got to take little victories. We don't want to end on a bad note. Okay, and we're going to let those little victories build and build and build over time. And we'll go to